Hey everybody, it's Jen, and today I wanted to talk about why you might decide to choose a yoga therapist. What is the point in working with a yoga therapist? How can a yoga therapist help you? What are the benefits you might realize as a result? So, if you're interested in finding out more about that, stick around. My name is Jen Tarrant, and I am a yoga therapist and holistic coach. And I am here today to talk to you about yoga therapy and what that means. I'd like to start off with the official definition of yoga therapy, but I want to do that because it gives us sort of a nice jumping off point to talk about in real life what this means. So, yoga therapy is the professional application of the principles and practices of yoga to promote health and well being within a therapeutic relationship that includes personalized assessment, goal setting, lifestyle management, and yoga practices for individuals or small groups. All right. So, yoga therapy is different than going to yoga class. Yoga class is awesome, of course, and we all enjoy benefits from yoga class, but yoga therapy is a little bit different. And it's a little bit the same. I would imagine that we each have things that we go to yoga class for that we realize as benefits. Maybe we go to yoga class because it helps with our neck and shoulder tension or our low back pain. Or perhaps it's something less physical, like with our body, and more like with our nervous system. Like maybe we notice we're less stressed whenever we go to yoga class, or we have less anxiety, or in general, our mood is just better whenever we go to class. And so those kinds of benefits become even more pronounced in a yoga therapy style relationship. So if you work with a yoga therapist, the first thing that's going to happen is you will get a personalized assessment based around whatever it is you're interested in. So, if you are hoping that yoga therapy will help you recover from a knee surgery or any kind of surgery, really, or an injury, then that's probably going to be a physical assessment. Your yoga therapist will have you move through some different postures or see how different joints and parts of the body move to see where our starting point is. Then that yoga therapist will work with you to talk about what your goals are. So let's say you had a knee surgery and you don't have full range of motion in your knee, then your goal is probably to be able to move, the knee with the surgery as much as the knee that did not have surgery. And so that would be your goal. If it's something other than a physical concern, perhaps you are interested in reducing stress because you know your lifestyle is kind of out of control. You've got a lot of stress, maybe you're over busy. You feel like the parts of your day kind of bombard you rather than being complementary to what you're hoping for, then your yoga therapist will work with you to create daily and lifestyle routines that really work for you. And they're going to do things like take your body type into consideration and what your goals are. Do you want to feel more rested? Do you want to feel more energized? Do you want to feel less stress? Do you want to feel more organized? And using the tools of yoga and some Ayurveda probably thrown in there help you create that sort of lifestyle routine or daily routine that's really beneficial specifically to you, taking your body and your mental type into consideration. It could even be more involved than that. Let's say you are recovering from a surgery and you're experiencing some symptoms of depression all at the same time. Well, your yoga therapist then would assess your current physical state and talk to you about those goals, and also do a little assessment to figure out how you're feeling, how you would like to feel, and set some of those goals and work on those two things simultaneously. And so your yoga therapist in this way addresses the entirety of your being. Yoga therapists look at a situation through five different lenses and then combines all of that together. Then that's your physical body, your energetic body, your mental body, your emotional body, and then your bliss body, or that feeling of complete wellness and connection, and where everything feels like it's in balance. And so your yoga therapist will take those 5 things and work to bring it all together so that you have this sense of wellness that is more than just my elbow feels better now, but really, indeed, your entire person feels better now. You may find that your yoga therapist brings in a lot of things besides just yoga postures. You may or may not need your yoga mat for your yoga therapy sessions, which may be a little confusing from the get-go, but as you get into the sessions, it'll make more sense. So you may use yoga postures. Your yoga therapist may bring in breathing exercises and really talk about how to use that breath to bring a deeper sense of wellness, to bring a deeper sense of balance, and to both either energize or calm you down using your breath. So breath is usually a tool that you will find incorporated regardless of what it is you are hoping to gain as far as benefits. In fact, one of my clients a few years ago she had recovered from a fracture in her spine. And I'm not kidding you guys, the most important thing we did together was work on her breath. Because when her back was fractured, before it had healed, she was a little bit scared to breathe very hard or very big because it hurt, right? And so she got used to breathing really small. And that breathing small translated into low overall energy and actually a loss of mobility in her spine. And when we incorporated some breathing techniques and learned how to expand the breath and get it flowing in a deeper way and in a more balanced way, she realized more mobility in her spine. And so your yoga therapist may use breath in a similar sort of way. Some other techniques that your yoga therapist may bring in: meditation. So if you have not incorporated meditation into your practice before, your yoga therapist may introduce that, and perhaps even in a new and different way. They're all different kinds of meditation. Some of them are really focused. Some of them remove focus. Some of them use a mantra or an affirmation. There's all different ways to bring meditation in to usually bring some sort of regulation to the mental processing. So if you find that your mind won't shut down when it's time to go to sleep, or you tend to worry and ruminate on things, meditation is a really great way to train your mind to think about what you want it to think about rather than what it wants to think about. So meditation, really great tool. There's another part of yoga that I think is really fantastic. You may or may not have experienced it in a yoga class, but it's mudras. And mudras are essentially yoga for your hands. So if you've ever done hands at heart center in a yoga class, that's actually a mudra. And you may have seen pictures with people's hands in pretty shapes. Those are mudras too. As we are probably all aware, there are different energetic points on our hand. Reflexology uses those points. And whenever we connect our hands to each other or connect our hand to itself in different ways, we close that energetic connection and bring about an effect in the body. And the mudras are really nice to couple with meditation. And they can also be done in a variety of places. Like I could sit quietly with my hands in a mudra, hands resting on my legs in a meeting or something, and no one would really know what I was doing, but it would be helping me to feel perhaps more calm, more focused, or even bring about some different physical benefits as we close those energetic chains on the body. Your yoga therapist may bring essential oils into the mix. Essential oils can be a fantastic way to use aroma to affect how we feel in our body. If you've studied too much about our 5 senses and how they affect our body, You may know that smell goes directly and so it sort of has a direct line into our brain and processing that our other senses have to go through a first channel, but no smell, it goes straight in. And so our smell is a direct link to memory. And it also is the quickest way in to affect how we're feeling about things at any given moment. So we may use an aromatherapy sort of approach as well in a session together. So we have our postures, breathing techniques, we have meditation, we have aromatherapy, and there are some other things too that your yoga therapist may bring into a session. But these are some of the more popular techniques that you may find. And once you have been assessed, set your goals, and experienced those practices, those techniques together, your yoga therapist has probably created sort of a timeline for your time together. So maybe it's a 1 month timeline or 2 months, or maybe it's 3 months. Perhaps it's even longer. Maybe it's a year-long program. Whatever is going to be most beneficial to you and getting to those goals that you have. So I hope that this has answered some of your questions today about why you may choose to work with a yoga therapist. If you have questions about this, please feel free to comment and I will be more than happy to answer those questions, or you can direct message me. So my big question for you today is, what benefit would you most appreciate out of a yoga therapy session? I would love for you to let me know in the comments below what that is. All right, some upcoming events, a couple of things right on the horizon. Coming up next week on Friday, I am opening up the registration for Balanced Life Basics. And Balanced Life Basics is a 5-day intro for beginners of all of the things to help bring your life into balance. You will learn your body type. I mentioned that a moment ago. It's going to be a great way to learn what your body type is and some of the foundational elements that you need to know to be able to bring your life into a greater sense of balance. It's just 5 days, an hour a day. Registration is open now. There's a link in my bio, and that is going to be happening June the 20th through the 24th. So June 20 through 24, Balanced Life Basics. I would love for you to join me. Even if you have done a little bit of study about your body type in yoga therapy and Ayurveda, we call that your dosha, but you'd like a little refresher, this would be great. Or if you want to get a bigger understanding of how that cooperates with maybe the times of day, the seasons, those sorts of things, and how you can bring yourself into more balance. This is going to be a great 5 days. And then after that, I am launching Create Your Balanced Life with Yoga and Ayurveda Summer Edition, which is a 12-week course. So if you've done my Balanced Life Basics before, or you have a general understanding of those concepts and you're ready to really apply those in a seasonal way, there are certain things we experience in the summertime that really only bother us then. Maybe you notice you're more easily agitated. Maybe you notice you're more rashy, or you have more trouble with your digestion. Those kind of things, we'll talk about that and how yoga and Ayurveda can help bring you back into balance during those hot summer months. I would love for you to join me for that. 12 weeks, 2 sessions a week with a small group. It'll be a limited number of people. You can always DM me for more information about those 2 things. One more coming up in July, starting on the 13th, we have the Scottsdale Yoga Fit Conference coming up. I'm super excited about that as well. I'll be leading Pilates Fit, meditation and mindfulness, Yoga Fit for Yin Yoga, and also a fun new offering, an essential oils specialist course as well. So let me know if you need more information on any of that stuff, or check it out. Links in my bio. Thank you for joining me here, and I will talk to you again soon. Bye for now.